Hi, welcome to day 6 of the morning yoga challenge, and today's theme is flexibility, and we will be starting in a seated position, so just any comfortable seated position that feels good for you. Bring the palms of the hands to the knees and then drop the chin towards the chest. And roll the right ear over the right shoulder, back to center, left ear, left shoulder, back to center. We'll do that again. Right ear, right shoulder. Back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to center. Bring the head back up to neutral. On the inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Really lift through the body here. So nice, straight, long spine. On the exhale, bring the left hand down towards the side and sweep the right arm over. Comes down the palm of the hand. You might be able to come down to the forearm, but just see what feels good for you. Notice if you're rounding forward and just see if you can open up through the chest. And inhale to make your way back up, bringing both arms up overhead. Exhale, send the right arm out to the right side, coming over for a side stretch. Inhale, coming back up. We'll do that one more time. So left hand to the left side, right arm over. So really increasing the flexibility in the side body here. A lot of us tend to be quite tight in this area. Inhale, bring both arms back up, send it to the other side. This is just a really good way to start to stretch into that side body, build some flexibility there. Inhale, coming back up to center, arms up overhead, and exhale, bring the palms down. So if you do those stretches on a regular basis, you will begin to notice that you can get deeper into the sides as the flexibility in your side body increases. So it's quite a good one to see how your body improves in flexibility over time. So we'll come to a all-fours position now. You want your shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips over the knees. And we'll take a few cat-cows, drop the belly down. On the inhale, lifting the gaze up. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest, really round through the back here. Inhale, coming back up, dropping the belly down, gaze is up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. One more time, coming up for our cow position. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest for cat. And on the inhale, come back up to a neutral spine. As you start to push into the hands here, start to see the whites of the fingers appear on the fingertips. Push through the index finger as you tuck the toes, pull the navel in, lift the knees off the ground. And then continue to lift the hips up and back. We'll make our way into a downwards dog. Start to walk the feet out here. So this is a really great pose for increasing the flexibility in the backs of the legs, particularly, especially in the hamstrings. So you might just find that you have the knees quite bent in this pose. And as you work on this pose, you'll notice you'll be able to start to really lengthen out the back of the legs. Getting some movement here. You might want to take your gaze on the opposite arms. And continue to broaden through the shoulders as well, so you want length in the neck. And then come to stillness. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And then on the exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose and see if you can plant that foot at the front of the mat in between the legs. You might need to use your hands just to guide your foot there, that's perfectly fine. And then drop your back knee to the floor. Start to really push into the foot here. Pull the inner thighs together so you start to feel the legs engage. And on the inhale, we'll reach the arms up. And exhale, dropping the hands back down. Just hold it here for a little bit. So continue to really pull the inner thighs together. Imagine you're pulling back with the front foot, keeping the foot in one position. You should start to feel the legs really engage if you do that. And then tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the floor and lift that front foot and head back into our downwards dog. So take that on the opposite side, this time lifting the right leg up in the air, toes pointing down. Bring the knee in towards the nose as you round through the back and see if you can place that foot in between the hands at the front of the mat. Drop that back knee down and tuck the toes. And we'll do the same thing here, start to pull the inner thighs together. Imagine you're pulling the heel of the foot back so you can really feel the legs engage. And then pull the navel in, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor. We'll just hold it here, continuing to engage those muscles in the legs. And then tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the ground, step that right leg back. So we're in our downwards dog. Right. From here, drop the knees, come into a on-fours position, and we'll make our way onto our back. So come into a seated position, check you've got enough room behind you, and then just roll down to the floor. Soles of the feet are on the floor here, and then bring the left knee in towards the left armpit. You can keep the right sole of the foot on the floor, or you can see if you can straighten that leg out, keeping the toes pointing in towards the knee. And just start to draw that knee in towards the left armpit. Remember to keep breathing here. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor, the right foot to the floor. Start to extend the left leg up, keeping the toes flexing in towards the knee. You can interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Just start to push through the heel of the foot. Be careful not to lock the knee out here. You should start to feel the stretch in the hamstring. You might like to try and walk the hands up the leg if you like, or you can just keep them on the back of the thigh. Just work within your limitations here. Those people with tight hamstrings, this would probably be enough for you right now. And then we can take some circles with the ankle in one direction and then the opposite direction. Maybe flexing the foot back and forth. And then coming back to our starting position with the toes flexing in, pushing through the heel. Really try to pull the pinky toe in towards the knee. You might like to just see if you can move with your breath. On the inhale, push through the heel of the leg. And on the exhale, just see if you can pull the leg in, work within your limitations. So it's still quite early in the morning, so we don't want to push the body too far. Exhale, release the knee back down. You can straighten the right leg out if it's not straight already. Bring that left knee in towards the body. Take the right hand, place it on the left side of the left leg. And then send your left arm out towards the left side, palm facing down. Try and keep your shoulder grounded in the floor here as you just guide the left leg over the body. Now you don't want to move into too much of a deep twist here. It's just a gentle twist. The knee doesn't have to meet the floor, it can just be lifted. The gaze can be over the left arm if you like. Then inhale, come back in, guide that leg back in. Send that left leg out. Just notice for a moment how it feels. You might notice that one leg feels longer than the other. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the floor again. This time bring in the right knee in. Start to bring that knee in towards the armpit. Maybe send the left leg out long, keep those toes flexing in. Bring the left sole of the foot to the floor as you start to extend the right leg up, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh, maybe the calf, keeping the toe, especially the pinky toe, pointing in towards the knee, and start to push through the heel of the foot, being careful not to lock that knee out. These stretches are really great for the backs of the legs. A lot of us who tend to be quite tight in the hamstrings, these stretches really help to improve flexibility. Remember to keep breathing here. Maybe start to take some circles of the ankle in one direction, then the other direction, and maybe back and forth. And come back to our starting position. Maybe use your breath to inhale, push through the heel of the foot. Exhale, see if you can deepen into the pose a little bit, staying in within your limitations, so not going too deep into the stretch if it doesn't feel right for you. Of course, you can send that left leg out long as well. And then wherever you are, bring the right knee in towards us, interlacing. We're taking the left hand to the outside of the right leg. You can extend that left leg out straight. You might like to just take your thumb in between the hip crease here, maybe pull it down a little bit. Send the right arm out long, palm facing down. Keep the shoulder grounded on the floor here. And then start to send that knee across the body. Maybe sending the gaze out over the right fingertips. And then inhale, guide that leg back in. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Take the feet out to mat distance apart and let the knees just drop in for a moment. And slowly make your way up to a seated position. And that is the end of day 6. Tomorrow's theme is our warrior sequence. So that will be a dancing warrior sequence. So we'll build lots of energy and heat in the body during that practice. So well, enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.